Hey guys, sorry this is late. My week has been ridiculous. Anyway. So, Sarah's question was, what are we afraid of? And I've never really honestly felt scared, I don't think. Again, probably pretty lucky. But I can remember as a child being fairly terrified and petrified of the thought of being alone. I would lay awake at night pondering when my parents died and what was going to happen and how would I feel. And so ultimately, being alone has always been scary, but probably it's ultimately death that is the part of that scares me. And I think a lot of that goes into a lot of the doubts I have regarding faith and religion and everything else that have just, as I've gotten older, continued to grow. So I find myself in a very strange place, not really knowing what I believe and not really sure what comes after, if anything does. Which, having been raised as a Baptist for so long, is a scary prospect. So, probably that's going to be my answer. Anna's question was, if we could travel anywhere and with who, where would we go and who would we take? Probably I would take my dad to Ireland. He and I have always had a fascination for the culture, particularly the music, because that's something that he and I share a pretty big interest in. And he took me to workshops where I learned how to play Irish penny whistles and Irish flutes and a lot of the old folk songs, and it's something that we just have both always shared. And I know he's been fascinated with the pictures I've brought back, and I would love to take him all around and see all the different sites and go just to small country little pubs and just let him have at it. I think he'd get a kick out of it. Cody's question was, what does the vlog mean to us? And for me, it's kind of a way to get to know you guys better, because outside of really Kat and to a certain extent Sarah, I don't really know Anna hardly at all, and Cody, it's been so long since I think we really actively talked that I just don't know you anymore. You've changed a lot. You've grown up. We've all changed. We've all adapted to things that have happened to us. So it's not so much a way to keep in touch, because I don't feel like we're talking about our day-to-day lives. It's a way to understand you better and know where you're coming from, and really just get to know you as a person versus someone who we happen to share experiences with. Ultimately, I think that's going to make us all better friends, because the people you see day to day, you don't really have those conversations with. I mean, I'm not going to know what my best friend's toothbrush color is. Who knows that? I don't know that. So it's kind of cool, because I think in a way we're going to get to know each other even better than we would if we all lived together. Speaking of colored toothbrushes, Kat's question. I actually have two toothbrushes at the moment. I have a pink and white one that is softer, and I have an orange and white one that is harder, that I alternate between because my teeth suck. We don't even need to get into that. All of you guys know all the crap that's gone on with my teeth, so I kind of do whatever I can to keep my gums in shape, keep my teeth clean, things like that. My question I have not even sat down to think about. So I want to know what your favorite Halloween costume growing up was. Like, what was the one thing that you were that you just thought you were the coolest thing in the entire planet? And I can remember right before we moved to Texas, so I would have been 8 or 9. I went as Jem from Jem and the Holograms, and I thought I was the shit. I had a wig, I had cool makeup, I had the sparkly little microphone. I thought I was awesome. Anyway, I know it's Christmas, but for whatever reason that popped in my head, so that's what we get to answer. And I love you guys, and hopefully next week I will be a little bit more on top of things and you can get this a little earlier. Anyway, I love you. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I forgot to mention, I promised Cody I would still bring this up. Anna mentioned having a week that we all just show what we happen to do that day. And to a certain extent, I like that idea. I really want to see what you guys are doing from day to day, but I guess the mundane things don't really interest me as much, and I don't feel like my mundane things would be very interesting for you guys to watch. You're not going to get anything out of it. Quite literally, you'll see me around my apartment, you'll see me go to work. I can't really film in work, so you're not going to see anything there, and then you're going to see me driving home, and you're going to see me going to bed. Because during the week, that's what I do. And on some weekends, I don't do a whole lot more than that either. But I would really like to film interesting little tidbits, and some of it's going to be silly things like my cat playing fetch. I mean, it's not going to be life-shattering events. But I've been trying to catch things like that when I find something interesting. And probably just eventually I'll upload a random video response with funny things that might have happened in the past month or whatever. So I don't really want everyone to feel like they have to show mundane things, but if you find something funny, or if there's some Christmas lights you want everyone to see, or if someone's getting married and you want to see the wedding, things like that, I totally think everyone should film that, and I'd love to see that from you guys. I don't want anyone to think I'm like raining on their parade, but I just know my day-to-day life is pretty dull. So, anyway, that's my take on it. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.